Falco. Oh shit, I didn't grab the water. What is this gray black? What is this gray black? Hold on a second here. Let's launch the configuration tool, please. Okay, 2560 input, gamepad. Yep, that's right. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. So it's just a random glitch. Grab my water bottle. Okay, so I gotta go figure out if whatever this little boy is saying is true. Okay, what's it gonna do? Twitch. Yep, and I'm alone. I can't believe we alone. Okay, let's see. Go. What do you mean, where's the chest here? It's right here. You need more? How low do you want this to go? How low can you go? There we go. There we go. All right. Don't mind me. Okay, let's see. Let's roll. God, if only. If that's all I had to do, I would be a chest air slut. God. Chest hair prostitution.
Let's move out.
Well, just keep playing the lotto. Hopefully your uncle will give you some money someday. Your smart poster makes you middle class. You can be middle class and unemployed. A lot of rich people don't even have jobs, so, you know, it's all completely possible. Like, what do you think Jeff Bezos does? He doesn't work. He's kind of like hangs out, probably. How was your day, Switch? Was it good? Pretty well. Went to the protest in Minneapolis. It was very fucking cold. We had to go buy warmer clothing because it was negative. Some people were like, it was only -7, and then I was like, well, the time I checked before we left, it was like -14, and the feels like was like -30. So I don't know. I don't know why people have to under-exaggerate and over-exaggerate at the same time, but yeah, protested it well, and I don't know. But yeah, very cold, came home, relaxed. This gate is secured with a heavy chain and padlock. This looks like the entrance to an abandoned mine. Kinda reminds me of the Malga mine, except for the fact that it's all designed. It seems that this place was abandoned quite some time ago. The padlock and chain are rusted. It doesn't look like the gate has been opened recently, which means that there's no possibility that the Skybe entered through here. But that's why the army never investigated the place. You're probably not gonna find any clues searching around an old mine, that's for sure. What's wrong, Estelle? Maybe it's just me, but do you feel the air flowing out of here? When you say out of here, do you mean the mine? Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Joshua wet the tip of his index finger with his tongue and held it out. You're right, Estelle. It's rather subtle, but there is air flowing out of here. Just like I thought, huh? Sometimes your senses can be surprisingly sharp, you know that? I wonder if you get that from your father. My dad doesn't have anything to do with it, but forget about that. Aren't you more interested in what's inside this old mine? There's certainly a possibility that it connects to somewhere. It's probably worth checking out. Well, in any case, let's bust this lock off. Hey, don't you even think about doing that. For now, we'd better head to the village and talk with the elder. He might have the key. Ah, you know fine, Shara. It's in that all he ever talked about was independent. He was kind of I don't think we can. I don't think... God. I was gonna say, I don't think that he would want to come back, but... I don't know. We are talking about Plasmaniac here. God, that would be so sad.
We're good to go.
I think that would make me sad, because, like, if people that... Well, I made it very clear that I said that we were acquaintances at best, but, how sad of a life is that?
Let's move out.
Like, oh, they want me back! Like, dog, have some self-respect and say no. That ain't right. Yeah, Mugman was a literal child who I should have banned sooner. It's some weird folks in here. It's probably because I played Sonic, honestly. Got a lot of people in here from Sonic, but not a lot of them stayed. And a lot of them were, I think, children. Remember there was that one guy who was in here and he was just fine. And then I said, like, oh, I don't think that happened in that game. I think it happened in a previous game. And then he, like, flipped the fuck out. And I was like, well, man, it's okay. I was just saying that, like, I think that dialogue happened in a different game. And then, you never know. You really never know with some people what's gonna get them really pissed off. Like when you say you're gonna play acetaminophen with them, and they're like, and then you're like, no, I don't want to do that. So this is what you are, Elder Raisin. Oh, it's you young bracers, is it? Well, this is a rather extravagant grave for a small village like this, isn't it? It was erected to mourn all those souls we lost 10 years ago. Since the Bose region is nearest to the Empire, I was in the thick of the fray. This village lost a number of good people in the hostilities. That's terrible. There's no need for you to get somber too, though. These days, cleaning this monument is just one of my daily routines, but I guess you wouldn't have come up here if you didn't think there was something I could help you with, right? Alright, there was something we wanted to talk to you about. But before that, would you mind if we paid our respects as well? I know we don't have any flowers to give, but we'd at least like to offer up a prayer. Oh, I see. Of course I don't mind. I'm sure all those looking down from above would be overjoyed by the gesture. So you say there might be some clues in that old mine, huh? I know for certain that the soldiers didn't check inside. After I heard Louis' story, it really got me thinking. We'd like to check the place out just in case. So would you mind lending us the key to the entrance? The key for that padlock, huh? Give me a minute here. Give me a minute here. Excuse me. Should I put it in this drawer? All right, here it is. Okay, this should get you inside. Wow, this key looks ancient. Many thanks, Elder Raisin. This will really help a lot. Don't mention it. We're always indebted to the Racer Guild for their help. It's only natural that we would try and return the favor. Thank you. If everyone we dealt with were as cooperative as you, it would make our lives a lot easier. Be sure to let you know if you find anything. I'd appreciate that. You know, maybe Twitch has dipped in popularity for people who are super weird, but I feel like I used to get a lot more people who were super weird in here. Like, even just talking about, like, Bugman and Plasmaniac, like, there's not as many random people jumping in as there used to be. Maybe all those people are now in Kick or YouTube. Probably watching TikTok Live, actually.
Let's move out.
I tried to get on TikTok Live, but you have to have, like, a lot of followers to stream on TikTok, and it's like, well, how would I get followers? The way that I would get followers would be to stream on TikTok? I don't know if I'd want to go down that road anyway, but I thought it would be an interesting idea. Gate is secured with a heavy chain. Let's use this key we bought from the village elder. Oh, that was one heavy gate. Let's have a look inside, shall we? I don't know about sky bandits, but I could definitely sense monsters in here. Everyone stay alert.
We're good to go. We're good to go. Hey, cool.
Oh, basic enemy types here.
We're good to go.
I just got a circle.
Let's move out.
We're good to go.
Man, it's right here. Huh? Isn't that the quietest town? Looks like we've hit the jackpot. Oh shit. Forget about the heavy things and focus on the food provisions and valuables. Captain. Hurry it up, will ya? It's only a matter of time before someone finds this place. Roger that, Kyle. What's an airline doing in a place like this? I guess that kid wasn't seeing things after all. This looks like an area that was used to be for strip mining. Certainly turned out to be a great place to hide something of this size. Yeah, who would have thought to look here? Look at that. Aren't they loading the airliner cargo into their own ship? Let's worry about that later. We gotta figure out a way to bag these guys before they get away again. But this is our third trip, huh? Man, Don can be a real slave driver sometimes. Oh well, once this is all taken care of, we'll be able to sit back and negotiate a nice fat ransom. Hold it right there. Who in the scorching flames of justice shall never fade away as long as evil thrives in this world. The League of Extraordinary Braces has arrived. Huh? The League of what? You bonehead, why do you always get carried away like that? What's it you doing now? I look like a big fool saying that stuff all alone. You're the ones who Joe said had to run it with back and rumbling. This can't be right. You're not supposed to be here this early. Can't be right. We're not supposed to be here this early. What the heck are you talking about? In accordance with the laws of the Bracer Guild, you are hereby under arrest and charged with the hijacking of an airliner and its passengers. I hope for your sakes you'll come along quietly. Now hold on just a minute. Are you trying to tell me that only 3 of you came here to arrest us? You see anyone else, spend it, boy. So you're not involved with the others then, huh? And that simplifies things. Let's get 'em, boys. Let's get 'em, boys.
Oh, the idea of just dropping giant rocks on a guy's head.
All right, we're good to go.
Like he's like, you can't stop us, we're like Boulder! And he just, brushes the skull in. Maybe that wouldn't be as fun as I think it would. Ow, you guys are tougher than I thought. It's no wonder Josette got beat by you 3. Sweet talk won't get you anywhere, buddy. It's time to surrender and let the passages go. Haha, you really don't know anything, do ya? What was that you called yourselves? League of the Extraordinarily Dim? Or something? Making fun of my awesome team name? You're dead. Look out! What is this? You gotta be kidding me. Another smokescreen? It's too bad about the rest of the cargo. What was there to live without it? Later, braces. Ow, ow, ow. Some of it got in my eyes. Don't worry, it's not poisonous. It looks like it was a typical smoke canister. Their ship is already out of sight. This is getting really old. It's not once, but twice now they've gotten away. If I get demoted for this at the guild, there's not much I can say in my defense. Oh, Shara. Quit acting like it was all your fault. We're responsible for letting them get away, too. If we got time to kick ourselves over this, then there's gotta be some other constructive things we can do. Well, it sounds like you should be the senior bracer. Well, at least we were able to take back the airliner, so how about we have a look? The passengers may be inside. Right. Not like a single treasure chest around here. Wow, it's pretty big in here. There's not a piece of cargo left. Evidently, the Sky Bandit just managed to make off with it all. At least judging by the looks of things. At any rate, we should do a thorough investigation of the place. There's a lift car. It looks like the same type as those at the landing port. The Sky Bandits probably used this to move the cargo. Wonder what this is. It's the orbital engine control panel. Looks like the flow of orbital energy is completely stopped. There's still fruits? Looks like this is the captain's seat. If there were any other circumstances, I would love to sit here. Don't even think about it. Here's the steering wheel used to pilot the ship. Wonder where the pilot could have gone.
Uh-oh, looks like we're gonna have to do some fighting.
2 years, Lucis. Wow. 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 Well, thank you. For 2 years. Cheers. For 2 years. Cheers. It's bright here. There's a lot of light shining into this place. Very astute, Estelle. Put up on this top floor. And the airship is almost completely undamaged. Else. Checked it over, but it looks like there's nobody inside. There's a high possibility the passengers were transferred to the Sky Bandit's airship, and then to wherever their hideout is. Agreed, but this sucks. Right when I thought we had some clues, we're back to zero. Come on, cheer up already. It's not like every clue's completely vanished. Why do you think the Sky Bandits hid the airliner in a place like this? Huh? As far as I can tell, the orbital energy in the ship is completely stopped, which means that the orbital energy was stripped from the aircraft. I know this because the orbital energy, it's a lot of time saying orbital energy, and an orbit gradually recharges over time. Furthermore, the Sky Bandits made multiple trips to carry off a large amount of cargo. Considering the time and risk involved, don't you think it would have been more effective just to take the entire airliner to their hideout? Yeah, that does seem a little odd that they didn't. So why'd they hide the airliner here then? All I can think of is that they did it in order to... steal the orbital energy? No. They just took all the cargo. They could have moved the hostages. They didn't take the actual engine. Yes, that's exactly right. From my guess, I'd imagine that their hideout is in a slightly peculiar place, maybe 10 to 15 acre in size. In short, a peculiar place on which only a small aircraft like the Sky Bandit's airship could land. Interesting. How about terrain covered with extreme differences in height, like mountains and ravines? That seems like a likely place for the Sky Bandit's hideout. Yes, that's what I've been thinking too. However, if that's the case, then we may be unable to do anything else. There's the possibility that their hideout may be in a place we can't reach by foot. And then what can we do? Well, I hate to say it, but we may have to share our conclusions with the Army and ask for their cooperation, because they're the ones with the patrol ships. What? Now you're just trying to tell us we should go back crawling back to the Army and ask them for help? Either way, we still have to report to them about the airliner. Personally speaking, I still think we should cooperate with the Army, whatever their attitude may be. Especially if that means bringing the hostages back safe and sound. I guess you're right, but this isn't the time or place to let my personal feelings get the best of me. For the time being, let's get back to the guild and report our findings to Lugrin. We should be able to contact the Hawken Gate if we use the orbital telephone. Okay. Well, I'm glad I guessed right. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I definitely did quite a bit of the side quest stuff. Huh? What the heck? Great, now this is something I didn't expect. I wonder if we should be glad since they've saved us the trouble of having to contact them. We have found a suspicious armed group. Put your hands in the air, all of you. What in the world is... What? What is the world coming to? A woman and 2 kids in the Sky Bandits? Though the girl does look shifty. Hey, now that's just rude. Who are you calling Sky Bandits? Can you see this shiny emblem on my chest? The bracer emblem. I hope you don't think for a moment something like that proves your innocence. The General Morgan? Why are you here? After looking over the reports of my men, I found this place to have been insufficiently investigated, so I came to see for myself. Who would have thought that a lot of you were conspiring with the Sky Bandits? Might I get you to stop with the accusations, General? We happen to find the place one step ahead of your men. If that's the truth, then why don't you tell me where the Sky Bandits are? Are the hostages inside the airliner? I almost had the Sky Bandits, but they managed to escape, and there are no hostages to be found here. If it looks like the truth has come out, most likely you notified the Sky Bandits to let them know we were coming. Oh, wait a minute here. How about you cut with the crab? My thoughts exactly. All right, man, take them into custody. Wow, straight into custody. The General will be questioning you himself on the morrow. If your innocence is proven, then you'll be released in 2 or 3 days. So for the time being, this cell will give you a place to cool your heels. This isn't even funny. Tossing us in a place like this without even listening to a word we have to say. If the army managed to arrest the Sky Bandits, then I'm sure we'd have had our name cleared. But with the way things are at the moment, that may not be possible. Oh, why not? Remember what the Sky Bandit leader we fought in the old mine said, right? He said, this can't be right. You're not supposed to be here this early, if I remember correctly. Now that you mention it, he did say that, didn't he? You're not trying to tell me that he meant the army by that, are you? Yeah, because you're working on the second game, right, Lucis? Or are you on the third one? I don't know for sure, but I would bet that's what he meant. Which means that the Sky Bandits have a mole in the army, or a collaborator who's leaking information. That's what you wanted to say, isn't it, Joshua? Yeah. Well, if that's the case, they'll never get caught, which means we were the only ones that stood a chance in having them. Now we're stuck in here. I wonder how your father would get around this little setback. My. Well, don't you all seem to be in a bit of a fix? Oh, I know what this is. Did you just say something, Joshua? I didn't say anything. It came from the cell next door. It almost sounds familiar. Oh, how could you say something so heartless? My lustrous voice should be recognizable to anyone. Could this unfounded self-confidence and tone of absurd narcissism belong to... Four of a kind in poker? God, that sounds awful. That's very unlikely. The 777 on a slot machine, I mean, that's... You should hit it eventually. Same with 21, but like... Yeah. It's you, isn't it, Olivier? You do remember my dulcet chords. To think that we'd meet again in a place like this. It seems that we're bound by destiny. Why are you here? I thought we took you to Bose. Now you're locked up in a place like this? What the heck did you do? Come now, let's not worry about all the little details, shall we? I have my reasons, which are deeper than the deepest ocean and higher than the highest peak. Definitely not asking now. I'm sure we just get tired while you talked our ears off. What a coincidence, Estelle. I was just thinking the same thing. So there you have it. We don't really care to know. Yeah. That's crazy that they have those achievements right at the beginning of the game. It kind of sucks. Means you really get bogged down and you can't like go do something else and come back because there's probably not that much to do. Alright, I gotta go feed the dogs. I will be right back. Oh, I come back. What is it? Gone for 15 minutes? That's a fairly short amount of time for me. Yeah. Trying to get achievements with, like, gambling, never a good time. You talk so much that I'd probably be an old woman by the time you're done, and I'm not ready for wrinkles yet. Come on now. Let's not be like that. I'll fill you in on all the details of the tragic incident which befell me. Did you listen, dummy? We don't want to hear about it. It all began after we parted ways. I did some window shopping in the Bose Market and then moved on to the Aunt Rose restaurant. You see, once I'd eaten to my heart's content, I began to play the grand piano to then feed my artistic soul. And upon doing so, the restaurant manager was overcome by my skill, so I was asked to stay and work as the professional pianist for the restaurant. It's great and all, but I thought you were supposed to be a lutist. A musical genius is not limited to just one instrument. Anyway, back to my story. After negotiating a few of my own conditions, I accepted the job offer. Those conditions were, of course, food and wine for free every day instead of Mira. I don't know how to put it, but that's very you, Olivia. Yet I'm not sure how that has anything to do with you getting thrown in jail. Oh, well, this is where the real sob story begins. At night I'd been enjoying a plate of sautéed duck I had had the chef prepare. The blood sauce which had been used was a little too overbearing for my palate. Consequently, I began to feel that normal red wine was not satisfying enough. The more you talk, the more I want to hit you. But go on, I'm curious, in spite of knowing better. Well, so I borrowed a bottle of wine which seemed good from the cellar, something called Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183. Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183? That's a legendary vintage wine that was auctioned off in the Royal City. Oh, aren't you well informed? I had a rumor about it too, so of course I was interested in having a drink for myself. Auctioned off? How much are we talking about here? What I heard, it went for somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000 Mira. 500,000 Mira? But just one bottle? That's out of this world. And you did you, Oliver? Ha, such a needless question. Of course I opened the bottle and had a sip. Its sweet-smelling fragrance tickled my nostrils. Its luxurious, mellow taste caressed my throat. And can you believe what else? A rose-tinted vignette of time and space existed within that very bottle. I don't think I could listen to this any longer. Yeah, my ears are bleeding from listening to such stupidity. I'm completely dumbfounded. The sad thing is that after taking a sip of such excellent wine, I began to feel the food was lacking. As I was having the chef cook me up something else to match the wine, the restaurant manager returned. Since I'm not a stingy fellow, I cordially invited him to join me for a drink, but for some odd reason he got rather upset. In fact, he got so steaming mad that his face looked like a ripe tomato. And before I could say another word, a group of soldiers came filing in. And, well, one thing led to another, and I can't say another word about this tragedy being dragged all the way here without coming to tears, so let us all weep together as you sympathize with my dilemma. Pardon? Do my ears deceive me? I could have sworn I heard z-z-z and z-z-z-z, and even an assuredly misheard idiot coming from your cell. Are you listening? This is where the story gets really interesting. You see, several further trials awaited me after I was brought here. Hello, are you listening? Hey, you three, get up! I'm tired. What's wrong? What H-headed task for being interrogated this early in the morning? It's a little early even for me. No, it's just the opposite. You're being released. Huh? So why all of a sudden? Is there a reason for this? Yes, I'd like to consider myself that reason. Mayor Maybell! Well, what an unusual place to be meeting you. I'm really sorry about everything that's happened to you, but don't worry, your names have been cleared. I don't completely agree with everything, but this is a request coming from Maybell herself. You'd better remember to thank her. So you mean Mayor Maybell stood up on our behalf? No, that's not exactly it. I just explained your situation to General Morgan. A situation? Yes, I have one question for the both of you. Are you really the children of Cassius Bright? Yes, that's right. This is Estelle Bright, and I'm his adopted son, Joshua. I see. Now that you mention it, the girl does slightly resemble Lena. You knew my mother? Yes, I enjoyed your mother's cooking on several occasions when I visited your home in Roland. Why, in fact, we even met once when you were just a baby. Now wait just a minute. You're a personal acquaintance of my dad? I knew that he was in the military before, but I don't know Cassius Bright the Bracer. The only Cassius I know is the one from the service. He was a rare strategist. Strategist, eh? I just can't imagine what he saw in the Bracer Guild. Makes me angry just thinking about it. You'll have to excuse me. What's wrong with it? Seems like your father was a brilliant officer in the military. I've heard from the general that he tried several times to get your father to change his mind about retiring. I didn't know that. Well, it feels hard to believe. However, if that's the case, the general's hatred for bracers may stem from Cassie's leaving the army, from the vexation of being left by one of his most promising men. I get the same impression. So what you're saying is, our lives are such a pain because of Dad, that dirty rotten scoundrel. How about we return to Bose now? With the airliner being found, the situation has taken a new turn, so there are a number of things I'd like to discuss with you. Oh, sure. Something the matter? Definitely ready to get out of here, but it feels like we're forgetting something. Now that you mention it, what could it be? Oh, how callous people could be at times. How could you forget about a companion who spent the night with you in a cold, hard cell? How lamentable, how pitiful. Fine, be that way. I shall wither away friendless and hungry, alone in this dark purgatory. Is he still here? Yeah, I completely forgot about him. Sorry to say this, but there's not much we can do for you. Is he the musician I heard about? The one who chugged the bottle of Grand Chardonnay without a second thought? Ah, indeed, that is I. Yet, my fair lass, I would be heartbroken if you took my intentions the wrong way. For you see, I perceived it as an advance payment for the exquisite services that I was about to render. You're quite the interesting character. Alright, I'll see what I can do to bargain with the general for your release. Really? Truly? You would do such a kind service for a man such as myself? I think that may be asking a bit much. If the restaurant takes this to trial, there's going to be a lawsuit. Well, there's no need to worry about that. You see, the owner of the restaurant is me. Huh? And that Grand Chardonnay was the very one I bid on. That being the case, I'm fairly confident there won't be any other problems over the matter. Hello, lady. How are you? I can't believe you were released. It's like a stroke of bad luck. Please don't lay on the compliments so thick. However, it pains my soul that I partook of such a fine wine without paying a single lira. Shall I play the piano in the restaurant per our contract to remedy that? I think I'm gonna have to pass on that. After what happened, I think it would be a bit awkward having you back there. I, for one, don't think he'd mind a bit. And he sure does seem to have some thick skin. You're happy? Well, that's great. Let's just think of this as an unfortunate incident for the both of us. But I don't think I can just let things go like this. Let's see. It seems like you're investigating something at the moment, right? How about I lend my assistance in return for the wine? Huh? Well, that does sound interesting. Could I ask you to join these bracers in their work? Yeah, that's awesome. You always gotta... If you got a sliver of happiness, you gotta take that and, just take it. Oh, could you ever? So it's settled. Let our new working relationship bloom like a magnolia at the height of spring. Hold on a second. What do we do to deserve this? Your general weirdness aside, simply having an amateur like you around is honestly going to be a pain. You're confident that you won't be a drag on our work or our sanity? Well, I'm somewhat confident in my marksmanship and magic, but of course I'd be distressed if you tried to list my music genius in the same group. That's my kind of line. That's the kind of line that gets me really worried. Maybe we could use an extra hand. As long as we can't count on the army to help us out, I have the feeling that we'll be short on manpower. Well, alright then, we'll use you for what you're worth. However, if we do happen to conclude that you're not worth your weight, you're dumped from the party. Are you going to be okay with that? Haha, of course I don't mind. I'd never let you down, so please be reassured. Well, my expectations of you are pretty much at rock bottom anyway, so I know you won't let me down. I'm glad things are settled between you all, but before you go, there's something I need to tell you. Tell us? Actually, the town did seem pretty noisy as we were headed here. What happened? Truth be told, last night there was a large-scale... Oh my god. There was a large-scale burglary in Bose's South Block. The weapon shop and Orbital factory were targeted, as were a number of private residences. What? So is this the work of the Sky Bandits? It's unknown at this time, but it seems highly probable. A unit of the Royal Army is currently conducting an investigation. I see. Guess we'd better do an investigation of our own then. Yes, I'd like to formally request that you do just that. Send a payment over to the guild for the work you've done so far. Please make use of the money for your current investigation expenses. I have a feeling the army's gonna get in our way again, but I guess when that happens, it happens. Whether they get in our way or not, I don't think we should be forthcoming with the army about any information we come across, because if there's really a spy in their midst, they'll just leak it to the Sky Bandits. Though I'm reluctant to say it, I also think it's for the best to keep quiet about our findings. Anyway, let's act with prudence. All right, my bosom companions. Shall we head to the South Block? Look, buddy, who made you king of the show? Let's see. Oh, I gotta grab a blanket. It is so fucking cold, man. I'm going to a protest today, lady? The one in Minneapolis? Have you seen any news about it? It was very cold. Very cold. Fucking burr. Oh, hi, losers. I was burglarized the other day, and my jeweled ring was found to be among the missing items. It's quite valuable to me, so if anyone happens to find it, please let me know. I live on Bose South Block. Okay. Oh, okay. My factory, and all of my goods, they're gone. I've got to report this to either the army or the bracing guild ASAP. Now, hold on a moment. If either of these groups saw what was written in that stolen ledger, yikes, I'd be in a world of hurt. Yeah. Thank you. It was very cold. I'll say it once, and I'll say it 100 times. It was very cold. But yeah, we made it. It was just fine. There was icicles like all the way across my hair because my breath, because I had like a face covering on, but because I was breathing, there was just icicles all along my eyelashes and just like right here. That was funny. No, I did not get hot cocoa. Probably should get something warm this weekend, considering it's still supposed to be pretty cold. Gotta get that hot coke. They took off with every last one of my pricey goods. Why did this happen to me at a time when there are hardly any goods around to begin with? Hot cocoa. Hot cook. Oh. Oh, yeah. What am I asking about here? Anybody I come across? Looking around, Sherazard. No, we got burglars running amok in the city, I swear. What's happening to Bose? I'm just glad they left this house alone. I'm baffled as to why. They certainly didn't do their homework on this city. I was shocked when I heard about the South Block being hit by burglars. Morona's mother was here alone, you see. Fortunately, this house is untouched, but it's at times like this when it makes you feel uneasy when there's no man at home. I'm just glad that Morano brought Simon over to watch the house. They stole mementos? Yeah, this one turned out really cute. Now, is this how you wanted this one? Yeah, sure, something like that. However, it really got screwed, you know that? Hmm? Good afternoon. Are you working on another story? Looks like you two are on the trail of a scoop again. Yeah. I'm really considering changing her voice to normal. I feel like she's becoming less gremlin-like as she's going along. We'll keep it up for a little while longer. But don't be shocked if I change your voice to be more normal. Unless you guys think it's really funny, and then I'll keep doing it. Hey, it's you kids. Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Boy, am I glad to see that they let you out of the clinker. Yeah, I heard all about you kids getting arrested by the army up at the old mine. You certainly had me worried. I acted like you had nothing to do with it. It's your info that led us to the village. Hey now, what kind of face is that? Don't tell me you blame us. Did you go and check out the abandoned mine yourselves? Yeah, we did yesterday. But it was after you all had already been hauled off. We could have had a really great shot of your arrest if we'd been there. It really guts me that we missed such a perfect opportunity for a great shot. Oh, I swear, you people in the news business. But anyway, I was wondering if you thought this looked like the handiwork of the Sky Bandits. Sure looks that way to me. It seems that the army's sniffing around for clues too. But to be honest, it looks like there's nothing to be found here anymore. I see. That does make things a bit more difficult. Well, Mr. Reporter, why don't you let me ask you this then? Do you know from whence the Sky Bandits entered town? According to witness statements, they were seen leaving through the West Gate. Well, that's awfully strange. The mayor's residence in Bozemarket are right through the West Gate, but it seems like attacking those two places would be far more lucrative. If you put it that way, that makes a lot of sense. But if you don't mind me asking, who the heck are you anyway? Ah, I'm glad you asked. I'm Olivier Lenheim, a wandering bard and gifted musician. I'm sure you've heard rumors about me, right? Alright, you're the guy who drank wine without paying in that classy restaurant. It takes guts to stiff such a big pill. It's an honor to meet you, sir. You're making me blush. I'm ready for my interview anytime, so don't hesitate to ask. Wow, really? I'm getting a headache just listening to this crap. Those two are very much alike. Not even gonna ask how this guy wound up with the rest of you. That would be for the best. Yeah, you're looking at the photos? Yeah. I saw the drone going overhead a couple times, so that must have been them. Yeah, I was pretty near the front, but I was so bundled up, I don't know if you would see me. And I wasn't holding the sign super high because it was very cold. It's a possibility, though. Hey, you there. What's something wrong? Thought I'd better give you a word of advice. Even if you are representing the mayor at the end of the day, you are all still civilians. We cannot have you wandering around here in the middle of our investigation. Who do you think you're talking to? Your advice seems rather more like a threat. I'm just saying you need to know your place. If you're so adamant about investigating the matter, then do it after we're clear out of here. It's unmistakable. Let's see. Police protest today. There. Oh, that was at the airport. I wasn't at the airport. Yeah, I feel terrible for the airport people. That shit is like... That was really terrible. Yeah, there was a lot of fucking people there. And then we ended up at the Target Center. And then everyone was just kind of like standing around and we're like, we gotta go. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, pretty sure that was me. I've already seen people say fucking, God, what did they say? That it's AI, which is crazy. But, oh, wrong one. I believe this right here, because I remember this guy, he had the sign here, but I had this little cardboard sign. Then my wife did it. I recognized that because it like folds. So there I am. There's my sign. That was in at least one photo for the BBC, I guess. Yeah, we ended up just being really close to the front, kind of on accident. We didn't even get there late, really. Let's see. Yeah, because we were more in the front, so we kind of missed out on a lot of the extra people. Trying to remember. I hate when you can't zoom into pictures. I know it would make it more blurry, but that's okay. Let's see. I didn't see any of those people. I didn't see that guy. Yeah, that's pretty common. Well, because they're fascist. That's when people don't like. They're like, Antifa's a terrorist organization. It's like, that just means that you're a fascist. If you think that, you're a fascist. I don't know. Like, there's really not much else to say. It's very silly. All right, I'll mute that. Let's see. I don't remember seeing ABC. Trying to see if I recognize any of the people crossing around, because you definitely recognize the signs that are around. Oh God, yeah, that 5-year-old boy is so terrible. That's so terrible. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of more footage, but hey, I at least found myself in one of the pictures. Well, it's because they don't know what things are. Like, they don't know what Antifa means. They don't know what fascism is. They think socialism is what Hitler did. Like, it's like they're so a certain percentage of the masses is so brain dead that it's like there's no going back for them. And I really hate when people are like, actually we should reach a hand out to our neighbor. It's like, if our neighbor is going to get people arrested intentionally because they don't like black people or they don't like, immigrants, like, I don't think we need to reach out a hand anymore, personally. Like, it's mean. They call us weird. If we get any more trouble out of you, then I'm going to have to give you a personal invitation to jail. Forget about it, Estelle. There's no use to argue with these gentlemen. Ah, for an ass in lion skin, you sure know how to throw your weight around, Mr. Soldier. What did you just say? I ask what's going on here. Colonel? For a soldier in the prestigious Royal Army to be threatening our good citizens, that is an outright embarrassment to us all. But these aren't just civilians, sir. They're members of the Bracer Guild. Oh, is that so? Then I ask you once again, what is going on here? The army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. What do you intend to accomplish by being rude to our allies? But as far as the general is concerned... Ah, yes. That side of the general really concerns me. I'll take over the investigation from here, so please take your men and clear out. But sir... Your men have been here since early this morning, so I presume that a sufficient investigation has been conducted by now, yes? I'll smooth things over with the general later. Is there anything else you wish me to address? No, sir. All right, men, pack it up. We're returning to the Hawken Gate. It looks like that's that. It seems that some of our personnel were rather impolite. Please allow me to apologize. I appreciate the gesture, but we made some slightly inflammatory remarks as well, so how about we let bygones be bygones? That suits me just fine. As I stated before, the Army is supposed to be working closely with the Guild. I think our two organizations working together grants us each the ability to make up for the other shortcomings. Looking forward to any progress you make with the recent series of events. Thank you. We'll do what we can. He seems like a decent guy. Yeah, I wonder who he is. Colonel, it's almost the appointed time. It's crazy too because it's like, yeah, if they have a legal warrant, but they're not getting legal warrants to do things. There's warrants that they show up with which are not judicial warrants. They're like ICE warrants, which are just like made up bullshit that isn't like they can't use to get into your house. So like if they came to your property, you technically would be within your rights to kill them. How do you know that they're not? You know? But at the same time, they are carrying, like, assault rifles and stuff. Yeah. And there's been a bunch of cases where they literally come in with judicial warrants, and the judge who signed it is no longer a judge. Like, they were either disbarred or they retired. So they are not an active judge. So they're like, they're doing everything they can to get around it. It's so, like, and like, we got a bunch of signs in our front yard that says, like, fuck ICE. I mean, not exactly that, but we have signs that are very progressive in our front yard. And so it's like, I try to lock the door, but like, I wouldn't doubt that they would come knock on the door with it. If they stay in Minnesota, they might come knock on my door within the next couple weeks. And it's like, I'm in St. Paul, like, yeah. And I've seen people give people their identification, like they give ICE their passports, and then the ICE just takes it and then arrests them, and then they say you didn't have your paper. Like, literally Nazi shit. I don't know. It's so crazy. Truly the dumbest timeline. Oh, already? Excuse me, but it appears I must take my leave. But before I do, it looks like I haven't properly introduced myself. I am Alan Richard, a colonel in the Royal Army. If there's anything I can do to assist you, please don't hesitate to contact me. Colonel Richard? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. Niall was the one who mentioned his name earlier. He said something about him being a sharp young officer who leads the Royal Army's Intelligence Division. Oh, right. Wow, for someone in the military, he sure knows how to listen to others. Probably in his mid-30s, and he's not hard on the eyes either. He seems like he's more fit to be a politician than a service member of the Army. Hey, you guys! Who was that you were just talking to in the black uniform? I could swear I've seen him somewhere before. Are you trying to tell me you didn't recognize him at all? That was Colonel Richard of the Intelligence Division. You know, the guy you mentioned earlier. What? You're not pulling my leg, are you? Yeah, it's... yeah, I'll try to be quick on this point too, Lucis, but it's like, all these people who are like, don't tread on me. The liberals, they were trying to... Okay, one thing with this. I've seen people comment on videos where ICE is detaining people and taking people out of their homes and stuff. And there have been conservatives commenting, oh, it's just like what happened with COVID. And it's like, the government didn't come to your house and shoot you in the fucking head because you didn't mask up. Like, the conflation, the craziest conflation I could imagine, honestly. Like, they're not similar in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, the don't tread on me guys are all, you know, now saying like, maybe you should lick the boot. Yeah, shaming. Like, was there even fines? I don't... Like, you could get fired from your job at for some jobs, but most people found ways around that anyway. Like... Yeah, like, just and the cops were dying of COVID more than anybody, and the cops didn't want to fucking, right, they didn't like doing it, so it like basically never happened, which is, like, you get kicked out of a restaurant if you're not like masking, or, you know, if you weren't staying 6 feet apart. Like, shows how gross a lot of people were, just like walking right up to... I liked when we were 6 feet apart. Honestly, I think that people get too fucking close. As fun as that would be, nope. He said so himself, so I'm fairly confident he is who he says he is. To think that the legend himself would show up here. We can't wait around here like this any longer, Dorothy. Let's see if we can catch up to him. God damn it. Oh yeah, Curtis. Curtis. sure he could do something. Curtis Lewa is the hero we deserve, not the one we need. I can't believe I already forgot who Curtis Lewa was. I was like, that sounds so familiar. I looked it up, I'm like, I know exactly who Curtis Lewa is. Like, God. I feel like every day over the past 2 weeks has been, it feels like it's been a year since Renee Good was killed. And it's like, no, it has been an incredibly short period of time. Antifa Boogaloo. Curtis Lewa is here to get Antifa up to snuff. Aye, sir, although I'm really not sure why we're chasing after anyone. Did you see his lights light up? I wonder if he's gonna do an interview or something. Anyone else in the army would brush him off, but I'm sure the colonel will oblige him. What's the matter with you, Oliveri? You look serious, and I gotta say, if any creepy coming from you, you fucking blonde. And Sean Connery, doing a Sean Connery voice, definitely. Sean Connery definitely said the F slur a lot. Don't stop me now, you're having such a good time. We're having a ball. Stop me now. I was just thinking about the Colonel. I'll be the first to admit that he's quite the specimen of a man. But what? Yes, I have seen The Highlander. Not in a long time, but it's a good movie. I can say with confidence that he doesn't stand a chance against me when it comes to the ladies. But I'd like to see him try to just, oh my god. But I'd like to see him just a little, okay. But I'd like to see him try just a little harder. It's no fun without a romantic rival. Have you ever seen him in Zardoz? That shit is... That movie's really gay with Sean Connery. It's not really that good of a movie, but it is iconic. Olivier? Olivier. I've been doing it Olivier with like a little French R at the end. Olivier. 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 I regret it for the rest of my life. Alright, let's see here. Now that the soldiers are gone, how about we resume our own investigation? Let's start by talking to all the people we couldn't talk to earlier. Good idea. '80s trash movies are definitely worth watching, I think. Yeah, Olivier. 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 Damn it. My shop got ripped out by a bunch of thieving criminals, and they took off with every last one of my pricing goods, too. Why did this have to happen? No, I already talked about this. And I got an interview. Oh, dear me. Weren't you the braces who came to ask questions not that long ago? All right, we did come before. I'm really sorry I couldn't talk to you then. So what you came to ask about is what happened last night, right? Yes, that's right. Is this a good time for you? Yes, this is a good time as any. It was the middle of the night, you see, when I heard noise coming from outside. And I, of course, thought it was my husband coming home at such a late hour, so I opened the door and started yelling. But it turned out to be a group of masked men coming out of the horrible factories across the road. I thought my heart was plumb gonna stop right there and then. Although it turned out the burglars were rather surprised and ran away to the north. I see it was the Skybenders, huh? So what you're saying then is that the house didn't incur a loss of any kind? Yeah, thanks to the mercy of the goddess. May I ask you another thing? Did your husband coming home late mean that he went to the bar? If it was only that, that would be forgivable. In addition to being a no-good drinker, he's obsessed with this. Cecil raised her hand in a casting motion. Oh, I get it. I mean fishing, right? I see now. That's right, he loves fishing more than life itself. Just yesterday he said something about catching some smelt and took off to the lake in the sound. And on top of that, he still hasn't come back. Ash, what you're saying is, he doesn't know anything about the incident. That's exactly what I'm saying. And when that good-for-nothing husband of mine gets home, he's gonna get all what for, let me tell you. Hi, honey, I'm home. Oh, what a day I had. I was fishing patiently all morning, but I have nothing to show for it. Oh, what's this? Do we have gas? You see that, old man? My goodness, what kind of fiery tempest has gone into you? Don't you know it's rude to act like that in front of guests? If anyone's being rude, that would be you. I'm dumbfounded that my own husband can take off to do what he likes at a time like this. Oh, what do you mean by a time like this? Maybe I should explain. Joshua gave Mr. Kawano a brief explanation regarding the burglaries which transpired the previous night. Burglaries by sky bandits? You don't say. Now that is terrible. But to think that they hightailed it out of here after my wife hollered at them is hilarious. Guess they got to experience the Cecil effect firsthand. What did you just say? Let's all calm down now, shall we? To think that these sky bandits came in the night like they did, and they just disappeared like that. Wonder if it has anything to do with that thing he was talking about the other day. He? What do you mean? Oh, right, you don't know him. He's my fishing buddy. They stay at the inn down the lakeshore to the south of here. If I remember right, he said something about seeing a strange bunch near the place the other night. A strange bunch? Now, this sounds really interesting. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you've heard? Sure, I don't mind, but I'm just going to tell you up front that this is all hearsay. From what I heard, he just happened to see them by chance as he was out fishing during the night. He saw them leave by way of the inn's front door and then out onto the road. However, when he asked around at the inn in the morning, it turned out that no one like that had stayed there the night before. Yeah, that is rather odd. So was there any type of burglary at the inn? No, nothing of the sort at all, in fact. It's quiet there. The meals are great, and it's, well, a place I'd recommend to anyone. But best of all, it's a prime fishing spot. Now, there aren't many there. A lot of dialogue here. There aren't any definitive clues related to the incident. We did manage to hear a few interesting bits. I concur. I especially like the one that described all the delicious foods at the inn. That's not what we're talking about here, although I did find the fishing part to be rather interesting, you daft fairy. I can see that. I think maybe playing like one of the translated ones on your phone, I think that would kind of give you the right effect for Bomberman Land. Fortunately, if there's nothing going on there, then I guess it wouldn't be worth investigating. Actually, I think it's quite the opposite. If someone had been careless and caused a problem, the army would have thoroughly investigated it. Conversely, the possibility of the sky bandits appearing where there's nothing happening is rather high. By bomb hard. Oh well, I guess there's one way to think about it. In light of the series of incidents, there's either a spy in the army or the sky bandits are a really clever bunch of thieves. It'll be extremely difficult to corner them only by investigating the incidents which have occurred. We'll need to get one step ahead of them by tracking their movements. Ashish, what you're saying is that we should take an offensive stance rather than a defensive one. Then how about we get going? Off to the beautiful Valeria Lake, extolled in many a rhyme as the Pearl of Liberal. Whew! Man, that's a lot of talking. Yeah. Man, there's a lot of Bombermen, and, you know, they're just mini games, so if you ever get the hankering for some Bomberman Land, you definitely, you know, you can definitely find ways to play it on your own. I feel like Dolphin runs on pretty much everything, so there's the Wii one. I just saw, you know, I don't super trust IGN, but I was gonna look at this. Because sometimes they do review things that I am interested in. You don't actually want to play it. You just kind of want to. You just kind of want it. You can just watch a. Fair enough. Fair enough. But there's this Ein Thor, which I'm gonna need to look like at a YouTuber who covers it. But yeah, it's like a full DS like that runs. Like, so this is the new device, and it's an Android one. And it it looks nice. It's just hard because at the price that they're charging, you could just buy a 3DS, even though they are expensive right now. You could just buy one, because like $249 for the light version, and you probably want. I mean, I guess you don't really need 12 gigs of memory. I mean, that's way more than the 3DS had. I just think it's cool. I think that the idea of having like an actual replicated DS in your hands would be great. But I have a 3DS, so I have a 2DS, which is, I don't know, not the same thing as a 3DS, but I really wish I didn't sell my 3DS. Should have just kept it. Now 3DSs go for like $300. Actually ridiculous that you can, a 3DS is, yes, a 2DS is a 3DS, but I want a 3DS XL, new 3DS XL. Just the whole presentation of a 2DS is very, I don't know, it doesn't really make you want to play games on it. Yeah, can I do that quest before? I thought you said I'd have to wait to do that quest? Or should I go ask? I probably should go ask about it. Now that the person should be freed up.
Oh, are we done already?
Yeah, even a regular DS is more fun to play with than like a 2DS. I don't know. It's too bad the regular DS is like memory capacity is very, very low. So like hacking it is like kind of works. I don't know. You can get like a flash card. I mean, the 3DS one would be nice because then you could stream with it. Let's see, Stolen Ring. It's great telling me, so if anyone happens to find it, please let me know. I live on Bose's South Block. I'm supposed to talk to Lana. It's not these two. Just wondering where Lana lives. Did I already talk to her? Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, so you don't actually have to talk to her. That's where to. Right. Because sometimes quests only really start when you talk to a person. So, you know, thought I'd take a look. Also, I'm pretty sure I opened up somebody's apartment. I didn't put anything there yet. Oh, shit. Valeria Shaw. I was also gonna look up, because I added those Chinese Danwa anime to Plex. I wanted to take a look at those, but Plex load. So this is the North Valley of Valeria Lake, huh? Certainly seems peaceful and quiet around here. The inn doesn't look too shabby either. I stayed here once before when I was in the area on another job. The wine's great, the rooms are nice. Pretty much what you'd expect from a place like this. Too bad this isn't a pleasure trip. You mean it's not? I at least intend to toss my cares to the wind for a while, taking cat naps in a rocking boat by day and filling my belly with food and wine by night. Heaven. This is what a vacation is all about. Come on, everyone. I was just joking. We can enjoy a vacation anytime, but now is the only time we can enjoy taking care of some would-be thieves. Where's your trip? Even I, Oliver Lenholm, know enough to get my priorities straight. I don't think that has anything to do with enjoyment or not. Well, whatever. As long as he does his share of the work, he's done. He's good. Let's see if we can find the old man staying here that loves fishing. The guest who said he saw some suspicious individuals here 2 nights ago, right? The Kingfisher Inn. What's all what for? Because there's a lot of things in this world. There's a lot of figuring out what's for as to what. You know what? Fair assessment. I will definitely look at that, Lucis. And yeah, I would say if that's what my idea of the meaning of life is, just find whatever makes you happy and try to do that. So if being gay is possible, makes you happy. Yeah, feeding the homeless isn't the meaning of life. You know, you can have little meanings sprinkled through in there, like, you know, like vote for candidates who will get the homeless into homes. I think that's, feeding the homeless is also important, but that is also just as important, if possible. Obviously, we don't always have great politicians, but yeah, try to do good and do things that make you feel good. Unless that's crack. You probably shouldn't be doing crack, but like if you're willing to go out doing it, Godspeed, brother. Yeah. Could I ask you something? Oh, he's not responding at all. Must be really into his fishing. So this is what a fishing maniac looks like, huh? They seem like a unique breed. Not as unique as you are, that's for sure. But yeah. Some people do the opposite, though, where they will completely uproot themselves and try to find their own meaning, which I guess that's kind of what college is supposed to be for. But yeah. Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with being queer. Oh, I gotta say it in that voice. You do you, queen. Be as homosexual as you goddamn can. You wouldn't like me when I'm... You're making me queer. You wouldn't like me when I'm queer. Queer-ulk. Welcome to the Kingfisher Inn. Are you all here to stay? Let's see, yes or no. How should I put it? We're here looking for a certain someone. Is there a guest staying here who loves to fish? Well, pretty much everyone who stays here loves to fish. We heard he was a friend of the old man who stayed here yesterday. Do you have any clue who that might be? Or are you talking about old man Guano? If you're talking about his fishing buddy, then I think you must mean Lloyd. Lloyd! I heard he's a professional angler who came all the way here from the Royal City. Bigot. It's just like talking to a racist. Fields of Mysteria. Fields of Mystria. Have I already looked at this? I feel like I already looked at this. Oh, yeah. You mentioned this before, I'm pretty sure. You're really into those farming simulators, huh? Yeah, because you can be, yeah, there's, nothing is funnier to me. Well, it's not exactly super funny, I guess. Maybe that's not the right way to put it. Okay. I think one of the Chinese shows added as BTS episode, which that's not right. That's super funny. Okay. I'm gonna still check this out, but yeah, one of the Lucis, if you're looking for those Chinese anime that we were talking about before, one of them added under BTS, so that's very funny. That's what I'm saying. Plex does not know what to do with like a lot of anime. Heaven's Official's Blessing added just fine though. Let me look at Discord. But yeah, Liddy, there's a lot of people who are queer, and I met a lot of queer people who are absolutely assholes. Oh yeah, I love that aesthetic. It's very cute. Yeah, they definitely look like they belong in Sailor Moon. It's just like thinking that, like, if you're trans means you're a good person. It's like, I know personally at least one trans person who was a very bad person, and is now like a full Trump supporter because they transitioned from female to male. Like, you know, and stuff can happen, but like, you know, don't be a traitor. That's extra crazy. that's the man brain rot. Is you fully become a man with testosterone and everything, and then you know, I mean, there are black Republicans. It's pretty nutters, that's for sure. Like, who do you think the Republicans hate? I'll give you one guess. Anyone who's not white. Like, goddamn. He sounds like a pretty amazing guy. So you're saying he's that old man fishing out back? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the one you're talking about. You might be able to get his attention if you call his name out really loud. Yeah. You really never know where some people will be coming from. But yeah, be queer, but be cool. Excuse me, are you the man named Lloyd who's from the Royal City? Wow, he's really focused. He's doing everything out of his mind but fishing. Looks, this is where my skills come into play. What are you? Just sit back and enjoy. Olivier leaned over and with a smile that left all kinds of things up to interpretation, blew into the man's ear. Oh! Oh my goodness! Oh, I'm so erect. Who are you kids? Where did you come from? Was your dirty trick to play on him, Olivier? Yeah, that was pretty low. How do you do this evening, good sir? We tried calling out to you a moment ago, but we could see that, like a true professional, your attention was fixed upon your task. You're Lloyd, aren't you? Yes, that's right. But how did you know my name? We heard from a certain old man about you. Do you have some time you could spare to speak with us? Oliver is definitely actually a pervert. Like, not just because he's bisexual. Like, the dude is... A lot of these characters, a lot of the women also are pretty horned up. So, that's what Oliver's about. I can't join the anti-racism party, they're lame. They don't even let you drink beer over there, or so I assume. See, so you heard from Mr. Quano, did you? Yeah, I saw that strange pair about 2 nights ago. It was definitely... I knew it! Couldn't get you to fill us in a little more of the details. Before that, are you all bracers or something? Is this somehow related to some sort of crime? We can't say for sure, but there does appear to be a possibility. Gotcha. In that case, I'll do what I can to help you out. It was the other night when I was out fishing on my boat. I was returning to the inn, dead tired after a day of battling out with the lake's guardian. It got late into the night, and it was about the time when everyone at the inn was asleep in their beds. Now, hold on a minute. What do you mean by the lake's guardian? I'm glad you asked. The Guardian is a giant salmon that swims the murky depths of Valeria Lake. It has been the feared king of the waters among fishing lovers for over a decade. Crap, I shouldn't have asked. Looks like he thrown a log onto the maniac's fire. Is it really that huge of a fish like you say? You bet your last mirror it is. I've been chasing the darn thing for the last 5 years of my life. It comes and goes in different parts of Valeria Lake and changes its feeding spots on a whim. I heard from a buddy of mine that it appeared in these parts, so he came running from the royal city. Huh, now that's what I call passion. I can completely understand where you're coming from. Whenever I find something I like, I stop at nothing until I get a hold of it. For example, a bottle of Grand Chardonnay and such. In your case, steal it is more accurate. How about we get back to our story? So Lloyd, what happened when you came back from fishing that night? Oh, right. I had returned the boat and was on my way into the inn when I saw an odd couple head out onto the road from the grounds behind the building. Onto the road in the middle of the night? Yep, no doubt about it. They headed out onto the new Ansel path. First, I thought there were a group of people visiting from the city heading back home. But it was too late for something like that, and when I asked at the inn the next day, nobody knew a thing about it. And I thought maybe I'd seen a couple of ghosts or something then. I mean, Shara seems to be half and half. She seems to be the meme. Oh, we should sleep together. Oh, I'm just kidding. Unless, you know. Good ghosts! There are ghosts that come out here! Just so you know, the two I saw were a young couple. It might have been 2 lost souls who committed a double suicide after not being accepted by those around them. Oh, don't tell me anymore! Oh, brother, a bracer that's afraid of ghosts? The guild is doomed. Not to mention, her habit is always wanting to hear more ghost stories and other bizarre stuff. No, isn't your being scared attractive in its own right, Estelle? Not sexy, but cute nonetheless. Like a little kitten shivering in the cold. You'd better watch out because this little kitten bites! Well, I was just kidding about the ghost part. But that couple did, in fact, seem to be one with a purpose and reason. I say this because the girl was wearing some rather odd clothing. What do you mean by that? I only saw her from behind, so I couldn't say for sure, but it looked to me like she was wearing some kind of school uniform. A school uniform? It couldn't be! That's my girlfriend! Me, Sean Connery, as a 50-year-old man! It wasn't one from the Genus Royal Academy, was it? Wow, you really know your stuff, kid. You betcha. My niece goes there as well, and it looked exactly the same as the one she wears. I see. This whole event just got a lot more interesting. Sure! I knew it's that lying tomboy for sure! We're finally onto our trail! What, so she's an acquaintance of yours? Then while you're at it, tell the 2 of them not to fret and rush into anything they'll regret later on. If my mind isn't failing me, I could have sworn they said something about coming again tonight. Is that true? Yep, we'll meet back here in 2 days. That was what the young man said. His tone seemed rather serious, but I couldn't help but think on it. Well, that's understandable. We appreciate the valuable information. Just leave the rest up to us. We won't let them get in any more trouble than they already are. Oh, I see. That's a relief to hear. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders now. Now that that is off my chest, I feel like taking a boat out and fishing again. Well, there's no time to lose. I'll leave you youngins to your work. Man, I don't even measure up when it comes to that fishing nut. Imagine something about a fisherman's guild, too. What kind of group that is. So, how is this couple involved with the missing airliner incident exactly? If you don't mind telling me, that is. Well, in a nutshell, Cher explained that they encountered Josette and Roland. I see. That seems to be the person in question, all right. Which means that tonight is the night, huh? Yep. Looks like we should probably get a room just in case. We're gonna be in for a late night tonight. All right, let's go ask the receptionist about a room. Get myself a vodka martini. Be right back. Shaken, not stirred. Did anyone here grow up with school uniforms? I did not go to a school. I went to public school, so we didn't have school uniforms. Will you be staying here with us tonight? Yes, that's the plan. Hold on, Estelle. If there's anything that we haven't taken care of, we better do it now. I don't want to head back to Bo's after we've gotten a room. I guess you're right. Lucis, is there anything else that I need to care about here? I'm assuming not, but... Yeah, stolen ring is the only thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's 10 on here. Because, yeah, I did that one to rescue the guy in the tower. I know that was the last thing I did last night. Yeah, we gotta give up on the books. This is where you'll be staying the night. I will leave you here, so please relax until dinner is served. This is quite a nice room. It has a certain atmosphere that you just don't find back in the city. Yeah, it's great, huh? Wasn't that expensive either. What to do now? How about we relax till it gets dark? What a nice idea. I'd be more than happy to do just that, but is it really okay to take it easy? Rest when you can. That's part of a bracer's job, too. This is our free time, so let's enjoy a meal, take a stroll, or something else. Wow, what a picturesque view. The entire lake looks like it's glowing. Too bad we can't see the royal city on the opposite side because of the haze. But from here, it's easy to tell that this is the biggest lake in the kingdom. This lake is like a fish's dream come true. I bet it'd be a blast to throw a line in those waters. And how about it? It might be a nice change of pace for you. Yeah, maybe I will. What are you going to do, Joshua? Me? Let's see. There's a book I've been meaning to read, so maybe I'll just sit in the chair and relax. How old are you again? On the keys you talk about sitting back and relaxing. Young boys are supposed to get out and move their bodies. That's alright. I'll leave that part to you. Just sometimes you can be such a drag. Oh well, I should hurry up and decide on a fishing spot. Somewhere around that pier looks like it might be a lucky spot for bites. This pier? This one. Yeah, am I missing something or am I supposed to go around? Okay, so then I need to go look at the fishing rods and then go down and ask about them. Okay. Charizard and Olivier are having a drink of chilled fruit wine together.
Cheryl, should you start drinking again when it's only noon? When how light the liquor is, drinking too much is bad for your health, right?
Don't worry, this stuff is just like water. Estelle, sometimes we all need to take a breather. I understand your concern for Cheryl, but you can leave her to me.
Actually, Cheryl's not the one I'm worried concerned about. Yes, this looks good. It's definitely the best spot. Let's see about cashing a few lines. Crap, I don't have a fishing pole. Wonder if somebody at the inn has one I could borrow.
Oh, viewers at SSMMT Pop 56 online. Goddamn. That sounds like just the site I want to visit.
Oh, do you have a fishing pole I could borrow?
Yes, of course we do. They're right over there, and they're free to use for anyone lodging here.
Wow, really? Score.
Power progressive rod.
It's a pretty nice rod to be loaning out to everyone. Alright then, I'll put it to good use.
Please enjoy yourself.
Yes, this looks good. Definitely the best spot. Now let's see about cashing a few lines. Let's see, from this pier, which would be the best place to drop a line?
To the west, to the south, where the sun is hitting the water. Well, fish generally like shade. They don't really like it when it's super sunny there.
Run around here looks nice. Come on, fishy fish fishies. What should I do about bait?
Well, I don't think we have live bait, so we'll use a lure.
Alright, let's sit back and relax and see what we come up with. Sweet, I got a bite. Now this is the critical part. How should I bring it up? Alright, let's see what we got.
Reeled in a smelt.
What a little fishy. Joshua's gonna make fun of me if he sees this. Should I just eat it now to hide the evidence? Let's see. What should I do now?
Let's try using live bait. Oh, I got a rainbow trout. Yeah, they eventually, in Yeast, they added that fishing mechanic way later in. I think that was in 8. Hey, reeled in boots. Curse you, holy boots.
This victory is yours.
Use live bait. but it's just my warm-up. This is so silly. Am I almost at 10 times? Does it have to be different times? Like you're supposed to be doing something different every time? Okay. There we go. Yep. Opt to fish all 10 times, said Valeria.
Man, it's already starting to get dark. I guess you ended up with a pretty good catch after all. Check this out, Joshua. Look what I got. Huh? Joshua, what's this?
The book, 100 Days of War, seems to have been left on the table. Estelle picked it up.
What if Joshua forgot this? Reading so sharp, he sure can miss things sometimes. I guess I'll just have to take it to him myself. Then again, I wonder where he could have taken off to. You're right, I should talk to Joshua.
So you can hold your liquor, can't you? So you can hold your liquor, can't you? Hey, I think I changed my mind about you. Come on now, drink up. Hold on, Shara. Don't you think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves with this pace? It could interfere with tonight's... What are you worried about now? Come on and drink, you third-rate musician, or you say that you can't keep up with me. Yikes. Estelle, don't just sit there and watch. Do something.
Sorry, Patty. Once you get started, there's no stopping her. You don't have to worry. Sharon never gets blasted.
Shouldn't you be worried about me? Yeah, Shara is going to put something in your butt, man, for sure. We don't know what yet, but she's definitely going to do that.
Hey there, laddie.
Okay, now that is uncanny, actually.
Hey there, laddie. What's in the butt? Laddie.
Yeah, why is Estelle saying laddie? She knows. She knows that I'm doing the voice. What? In the butt. I said what? In the butt. I said what? In my butt.
What are you doing whittling away the evening in a place like this?
Haha, not much. How about yourself? Are you done fishing or are you heading back into battle?
Oh, I've already had my fill. Sure, it's been a while since I did, though. Ah, that reminds me.
This is how you remind me of what I really am. Stella held out the book she found on the table.
You said you were going to read, but you ended up leaving your book on the table. You should be more careful with your stuff.
Oh, that. I actually finished reading it. My eyes were starting to feel a bit tired, so I thought I'd take a walk for a change.
Liar.
What?
You're hiding your feelings again, aren't you? I can tell what you're doing. Besides, it's not really fair. You always find a way to cheer me up when I'm feeling down, and while I may not be as reliable as Dad, I can still give you a shoulder to lean on.
Sorry.
Stuff like this when you should say thank you and not apologize. You should be smart. Or you may be smart, Joshua, but sometimes you're a real dipshit.
You're probably right. Thanks, Estelle.
Very good. Now that wasn't too bad, was it? All right. And in turn, how about you play me a song on your harmonica?
As you wish. Is The Whereabouts of Light good for you?
Yeah, that's the one I wanted to hear. Entertain me, music boy.
Yeah, it switched. She's had 16 followers for 5 years because Would you watch him?
Wonder why it is. When I hear the sound of your harmonica in the evening light like this, it makes me want to cry.
So you're still not gonna ask about my past, I mean?
Promise, remember? You're going to tell me when you felt like it. I was going to ask, all right? Considering that 5 years have passed, it doesn't seem like such a big deal anymore.
Yeah, it has been 5 years, hasn't it? How can you just live with me for that long and not have a million questions? That day your father came home with this beat-up kid, some random stranger who never says a word about his past. Why'd you take him in like that?
Well, because you're cute. Seems like the obvious thing to do. Besides, your family now, Joshua. Like I said before, I know you pretty well. You love books, you're a weapons geek, and you got a serious knack for just about anything that comes your way. Kind and fair, but you've also got a way of not letting others inside by using politeness like a shield.
Now, wait a minute.
And you're caring and lonely. Of course, I don't know everything about your past. I don't want to make comparisons. I don't know a whole lot about Dad's past either. But if it doesn't mean that he and I are family, right? Being a family for us has more to do with me knowing his personality, his habits, the food he likes. You know, the kinds of things that only I would know firsthand. And you're no different, Joshua.
Make it nearly impossible to argue with you. You know that? It's been like that since the first time we met, and you gave me that flying kick to the gut as I was lying in bed. Wounded, I might add.
Did I really do that?
Yep, injured and all, more than once.
Haha, sure it's just a bit of a childish play, but blame Dad for my lack of social graces.
Yeah, sure, nice excuse. But anyways, Estelle.
What?
Let's make sure we solve this whole airliner mystery. I don't know if Dad's been captured or anything, but let's resolve this with our own hands.
Sure, that's exactly what I intend to do.
Haha, now how about we head back to the inn? I'm sure supper's ready by now.
Great idea, I'm starving. We need to eat our fill so we're ready for tonight.
Oh, yeah, Lucis, you were right. There is a lot of dialogue. I suppose, yeah, like you said, it's like the end of the chapter, though.
Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your book, Joshua.
Oh, right. Estelle held out the book she found on the table. I'm actually done with it. At this point, I just end up being bulk weight. I wonder what I should do with it.
Can I read it? Looks like a pretty difficult book, but you think if I spent some time with it, I'd understand?
I'm sure you'd be fine. There's already a lot of stuff you know in there anyway. So do you want to take a stab at it, Estelle?
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Received 100 Days War. Is that one of the books you're supposed to get? Yeah, I'll probably wait a little bit. There was the other books too that we were collecting that I saw that each had like 10 pages. I'm like, God damn. It's a lot to read. That's why audio logs are kind of the best form of that kind of world building, especially if you can, which, okay, this is a huge complaint. That's a very minor thing, but a huge complaint. That's literally, Lucis, that's exactly what I was just gonna say. Like, why the fuck are there audio logs that stop playing? Like, I get it if you go into a cutscene, yeah, you can cut the audio log off, sure. If I'm playing the game and I want to hear the audio log, yeah, then why is it an audio? Like, I do not understand that at all. Like, yeah, it's so frustrating. Because it's like, okay, well, you could have just made this a text-based thing and I just could have read it faster than you doing an audio log if I can't listen to it while I'm playing the game. Help a fellow out, I'm begging you. I can't take another drink.
Wow, I think I just reconsidered my opinion of you, Olivier.
Pretty rare for anyone to still be conscious after a night of wine with Shara. Well, the two of you come at a good time. How about having a drink together? You're both good for that, right?
We're gonna eat dinner now, so the answer's no.
Come on, you two. When I say let's drink, we drink. You're gonna make me very angry if you don't sit down for a glass with me.
Oh great, she's already reached stage 2, rage mode.
Don't worry, Shara. Oliveira says he's good for another couple rounds. How about having him keep you company? Why, so you can still drink more, can you? Joshua, how can you just give it to me like that? I can't. As long as I can re-listen to the audio logs, I don't really mind if they get cut off. Or if I could pause them even with like a flick of a button, that would be nice, like with the D-pad. Don't you feel sorry for the poor guy? I don't know, should I? You're like a little timid and cute at the same time, too. At least the Fisher boy here. I guess she'll be just fine. Let me sit at the counter. I'd hate to bother the two of them. Right, good idea. Please, Shara. I'm playing with you and the fish. Don't pour me another glass. I think the ambiance of standing and listening while the world is happening around you is better than listening to it in the menu. Okay, literally, we said the same thing. Wow. Jinx, or whatever. Seal me. What are the people? They're like Jinx. What? You're supposed to be able to add on to Jinx, but I don't remember. Yeah, Jinx, you owe me a soda. Isn't there more to it though? Like double Jinx, like I don't know. If you both say Jinx at the same time, and then you say double Jinx, I guess maybe that's all I'm thinking of. Well, you say soda here. I mean, I didn't say soda. Drinking a soda. Gonna get a pop. I'd say both, actually. But now I just call, since I drink the Zevias, I just call them Zevias. So. Oh, so you do, yeah. Ugh. Oh, so yeah, do ya? Oh, so you do, yeah? So ya da. So you do. Okay. Oh, it's totally plastered. It looks like even a guy who takes his sweet time for everything could have stand up to a drunken Shara. Oh, wow, what a night of drinking. I've been so busy lately, I haven't been able to enjoy myself like this for a while. You're not even red in the face either from all that alcohol. Are you sure you haven't had some kind of special training, Shara? It could have been all the bizarre liquors I drank while I was out in the troop. You know, like the ones with scorpions and asps in them. I might have built up my resistance that way, but who knows? Oh, go for it. I've never been offended by people doing Minnesotan accents. Most of the time, it's just that it'll go, like, a little too over the top. Like, where, like, someone doing the accent, it's like, they'll do the same thing that, like, you know, I will do with French people, like, ho ho, oui, I'm gonna get in your snail in a glass of wine, ho ho, you know, something like that, where it's, like, so much over, where it's like, French people do have accents, and they do say silly things, but, you know, it's just maybe not that hard. Hell yeah, we're basing it out. We're doing everything we can. My wife is donating a bunch of food and stuff. It's like, at her work, and I don't know. We're all doing everything we can. Jacob Frey, the mayor, is, I don't know, not really doing much, but he's at least saying that he doesn't like the stuff that's happening. Whatever that's worth. Somehow I don't think that's the case. By the way, what are you planning on doing with him? He's pretty much useless as he is. Let's just let him sleep. He looks so peaceful now and we wouldn't want to disturb him. There's a very high possibility that we'll have a direct encounter with the Sky Bandits tonight. Getting a civilian wrapped up in the middle of it wouldn't be a good idea. Don't tell me you got Oliveira drunk so he wouldn't be able to come along, didn't you? Well, of course I did, and he'll thank me in the long run too, after his raging hangover anyway.
Sure, that whole time. You were just toying with him, weren't you?
Let's see, it's getting late. Let's hurry and begin our stakeout around the end.
Don't you got around the issue, Shara? Hi, Teal. For the time being, we're going to circle up to the far pier.
Understood.
Alright then, let's go.
Yeah, I'm proud of Minnesotans though, for, you know, us being able to mobilize and stuff, especially especially this last protest where people are literally already saying it's AI. You know when conservatives or Trump mega people say something is AI that, like, it isn't? Like, kind of makes you know that it's a success, where they literally, like, they cannot comprehend that there'd be that many people out and willing to fight in the cold. Because we brought goggles and stuff. We brought goggles, we brought saline solution for our eyes. Like, I was a 50-50 on whether or not we were gonna get pepper sprayed or gassed. And, like, they didn't show up. So, bunch of fucking cowards. They love beating up single people, but, like, get a crowd of like 20, 30,000 people and they don't show up. Who would have thought?
Ah, don't see anyone. I don't know what kind of business those siblings could have here. Do you think they'll really show up?
No guarantee, of course, but if Lloyd's information has any truth to it, my best guess is that they'll be here. However, if we move around too much, there's the possibility we'll be seen and they'll take off. Yeah, literally when he first got elected, or... I mean, there was 100 clergy people arrested at the airport because they were protesting, which is... It's so insane. I don't, like... and the hypocrisy in the fact that there was a group of people who protested the one ICE guy who's also a pastor, and then they're like, okay, we need to kill everyone who protested against this guy because he's a pastor and that's wrong, but yet they arrest 100 clergy members because they protested against ICE. Since the Sky Bandits are supposed to come from the road, it might be a good idea to watch that area.
Right, so where should we watch from?
You need a place where you can see the road without being noticed yourselves. A place like that would be ideal. I guess the veranda, right? Might be noticed from on the veranda. No, we'll give it a shot.
Hey, what's that?
Wow, it looks like we're a little early, huh? Yeah, it seems that way. You know, if this were the middle of the day, we could have gotten ourselves a bite to eat on the way. Quit talking nonsense. We're outlaws, remember? Now let's hurry up and get moving. Ah, wait for me, Kyle. Yeah, it's also disheartening when I see Facebook comments where I'm expecting people to be positive, but it's like posted on the local newspapers and there's a bunch of conservative people also following it. And they're like, we should kill all these people with snowplows. And it's like, hey, Doug, you need to calm down. Like, they're literally like typing in, these people need to be run over when we're like protesting legally. I feel like those people should go to jail because you're like advocating for direct violence. Yeah. This shit, it's so fucking crazy. Like, Like, I read some of those comments earlier today, and I was like, I don't know. Let's see what the New York Times. Oh, the New York Times has a pretty positive comments. Okay, yeah, here's one. Pete Wallen, T, really cool how they got matching signs for this spontaneous protest. Because that's the other thing that's going around. People are like, oh, all of these protesters are paid. They're like, every protester was paid $1,500 to be there. Dog? Where would that money come from? Who would pay that money? Like, that's not... Like, a lot of Democrats aren't even, like, against ICE. They're just, like, against some parts of it. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that. They say that it's either AI or that they're paid. Yeah, and we made sure not to buy anything all week either. Yeah, there's somebody. That's AI, baby. Where's the snow for the ice, baby? Like, what do you mean, where's the snow? We're down. It's downtown. Should have known it'd be them. Sorry, I'm really getting on this. It was just a very big part of my day today. Looks like they're headed for the far pier. I wonder what they intend to do. Shall we take a look and find out? Let's try to get as close as we can without being noticed. I should have figured they wouldn't be here yet. They always come exactly on time. I really hate those guys. They act like they're so superior, and to be honest, they're kind of scary. No doubt about that. They're quite the clandestine bunch. Oh, there's not much we can do about it. There's an order from Don. This seems to be a good place. Yes, we can hear every word they're saying, too. Hey, Kyle. Don't you think Don's been acting a bit strange recently? It's just not like him if you ask me. You know, the whole hijacking of airliners thing. Well, I admit it was lucrative. Now we've got all the army clamping down on us full scale. Not to mention those annoying bracers you followed. And he's gone and taken hostages and demanded a ransom in return. No matter how I think about it, it seems like Don has gone way overboard this time. In the end, you'll always be just a girl. Deep down, you're just not cut out to run with the bad crowd. Excuse me? Okay, maybe not the best wording, but I meant it as a compliment. Things are getting too tough for you. You're always welcome to try salvaging your life back home. It shouldn't be too hard to get by as far as you don't set your sights too high. Although admittedly it is a bit golden and liberal. Do you think you could just treat me like a kid? I'm not going to get angry? I'd like to see you get by without me, with your crap cooking and all, not to mention the laundry. Do you really want to go back to burnt toast and turning your underwear inside out because of all the shit stains? Oh, for sure, Lucis, yeah. I try to just like I just try to do little anger at a time. Like just a little bit comes in, process it, get a little angry, try to chill out. Cause like you just gotta let it go. A few deep breaths, just let it go, it'll be just fine. You know, it's just yeah. Yeah, I just really want I just want people to fully understand the severity of what's happening in Minneapolis and like the Twin Cities, and I know that I think the people here do, but that, you know, like a bunch of the signs said like fuck ICE, get out, or yeah, like ice. No ice. What are you shouting? So, I don't know. Somebody just essentially is like fuck ice, but that ice needs to be like disbanded. Like if they go to another city, it's going to be worse because they are slowly escalating from city to city. So it's like, and they're probably going to target, I don't know, Seattle or something. I don't know, they did Portland. I'm trying to think of other. I feel like they wouldn't really be able to do it as well on the East Coast because there's just so many people. And like, I don't know. I feel like if you went to Boston, you could probably get your ass kicked. Anyway. Do you really want to go back? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see your point. I really am sick of toast, but otherwise. Yeah. They're on War Crime Central right now. I'm just worried about them killing people more regularly, I guess, not just police. Well, I mean, the police kill a bunch of people too. I don't know. I want our country to be better. But anyway, think about what I said before it gets too late to back out. Now getting back to what you said earlier, I do have to agree with that Don has been acting pretty weird. Does he expect us to just keep fishing for ransom? We should take what we can get. I'd like to believe that Don is smart enough to see that. Don't you think he started acting strange about the time that guy showed up? That's the only thing I can think of as to why he started acting like this. Yeah, he was the one who introduced us to those other guys, too. Might have even got Don to buy into his ideas. Who is that guy in here? That's certainly a good question. Huh? What's that over there? What? Looks like whoever it was they were waiting for finally showed up. It looks like you made it. On time as usual, huh? You could have even come a little early for a change, or even late. Definitely not my type, that's for sure. Say what you will, but we're trained to be punctual. Now, if that displeases you, then let me offer my sincerest apology. Relax, I was just being sarcastic. Now I know you guys are definitely not the type I want to be around. Enough already, we don't have time for that. Now, how about we get down to business? Have there been any other developments since last time? Yes, in fact, Her Majesty has finally made a move. She intends to contribute to the ransom from her own assets. Seriously, we're gonna get paid out of the Queen's own pocket. I guess we're pretty close to getting the money then, right? How about the Royal Army? Is there any indication that they've figured out where a hideout is? Not yet, but it's only a matter of time until they do. We've received reports that members of the Bracer Guild are on the move as well. At any rate, on the morning of the payoff, you'll need to leave your hideout behind. Yeah, no problem there. We was having a run into the temporary shelter by chance. Don shouldn't have any regrets about it either. There are way too many suspicious types involved in this. Oh, wait. Sean Connery. What do you want us to do, Sheriff? Should we storm in, shoot them all, let IND or sort them out? I got a much better idea. Better idea? These two siblings appearing here means that the Skyman and its airship is parked somewhere nearby. There's not much we can do if they got away again, so how about we try taking that out first? I see. Taking them away, that means of escape, right? I'm down for that. How about you, Joshua? Joshua? Oh, right. Take out the airship first, right? Yeah, I think it's a good idea, too. What's wrong? Your face looks really tense all of a sudden. Nothing. Yeah, I'm sure it's just my mind playing tricks on me. We don't have much time. We gotta get out onto the road and start looking for that airship before they finish their meeting. Oh my god. I do want to get to chapter 2, but I don't know. Let's see how it goes. The party took to the road in search of the location of the airship, and... So they parked in front of the Ambril Tower, huh? This is definitely the perfect place to land since it's off the main road. I need to take out the contacts. Yeah, that's what I need to do. So I'm fine staying up later. All this reading is drying on my eyes. Okay. You know, I thought today might have broken like a cold record. No. Record cold, I think for today was -40, like just regular, like not wind chill, with a -68-degree wind chill. But the coldest it's ever been in Minnesota is -60, full on, which like, and that was like February 2nd of like 1994 or something like that. I don't know. Absolutely crazy. It's gonna be so cold. Should we subdue them? That's one way to go about things. There's more than double their numbers since the last time we encountered them. Don't worry, he with twice as many guys and no match for us. Shall we take them all on at once? I don't know if that's the best way to go about things. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Ollie! Keep it down or they're gonna hear you. Oh, this is a surprise. I can't believe you're standing here after the state you were in before. Your tolerance is impressive. Oh, who do you think you're talking to? Rather than miss a minute of your fair company, I dutifully puked my guts out and dumped a bucket of cold water over my head. Viola, I was good to go. I don't know about that. I think I hear your liver screaming somewhere in there. That's some serious tenacity. Come on, I couldn't let you enjoy all the fun yourselves, right? I had just come out of the inn when I saw you guys hit the road, so I came running from behind to catch up with you. Guess I went a little too easy on you. Maybe I should have had you down on that brandy at once. You'll put me to sleep for good if you've done that, Shara. But anyway, fighting the Sky Bandits here would lack finesse, don't you think? I don't think that's the issue here. No, I'm serious. Even if you subdued them all and managed to arrest the two siblings, there's still a chance they won't tell you where their hideout is. They might even use the hostages as leverage to demand their release. Well, there's a risk involved with whatever course of action we take, or do you have a good plan on how we can avoid taking such a risk? Ha! Boy, do I ever. Listen up, everyone. Hey, if you're blowing my ear, I'm seriously gonna punch your lights out. Kyle, Gisette, it's good to see you made it back. I didn't think you'd be gone so long. So talks took longer than expected, huh? Yeah, but we're negotiating it in with our negotiations. We also managed to get a great deal of information about what's going on with the Royal Army. So what you're saying is, yep, we'll be getting the ransom money within a few days. We'll finally be one step closer to making our dream a reality. We did it! Sweet! Cool it down, guys. It was a little too early to be getting excited about. At the moment, we need to get back to the hideout and report to Dawn. Alright, everyone, back up and let's get out of here. Roger that. The temperature outside is 69.8 degrees with 15% humidity. There's a south-southwest wind blowing at a speed of 12 arg. There are no orbital reactions in the surrounding area. Looks like the Army is in patrol here. Activate the orbital engine and begin transmitting orbital energy to each section of the airship. Aye, sir. Orbital engine activated. Transmission of orbital energy to all sections underway. Orbital floater started. Orbital driver started. Stabilizers all green. Alright, lift off. Aye, aye, sir. Set the drive rate to 40% and maintain cruising speed. However, make sure we can switch to battle speed at any time. Aye, sir. Looks like we'll make it back before morning. Yeah, I'm ready for some serious shut-eye myself, but I gotta report to Dawn first. Huh? Did you just hear something? No, I didn't hear anything at all. That's odd. I could have sworn it came from below deck. It's just a mouse or something. I'll have to clean up the place when I can find some free time. Oh boy, am I tired. Ever since we came here, my night and days have been completely reversed. Just gotta tough things out a little longer, and then we can say goodbye to this horrible life. Dawn is our leader, we can't go wrong. But don't you think Dawn's been acting a little strange? I mean, he's kinda scary to talk to these days. How about you knock that crap off? If Kyle or Gisette heard you talking like that, they'd beat you upside the head. Well, boy, it's just that I'm sure you're just tired from lack of sleep. Let's hurry and finish up here and get some rest. You're welcome to take a rest now if you like. Ah, you're those. You're too late. Ooh, it looks like we're able to get in here without any trouble. I'm amazed that this little plan actually worked. I guess we all have to thank you this time.
But seriously, I was getting pretty nervous. I wasn't sure we were going to do it if we got caught stolen away.
Well, even if we were discovered, we just have to take control of the airship, and we would have had an advantage fighting against this lot in those tight corners. Superior numbers mean nothing without space to maneuver in. I'll leave air, so you thought that far ahead, taking all those factors into account. Not in a million years, are you kidding? I simply thought it would be fun to infiltrate an enemy base.
I think we would have been better off if we shot nothing at all.
Give the poor guy a break. At least we were able to get in here without incident. Anyway, this looks somewhere in the Neville Valley.
The Neville Valley, like the one on the border of Bose and Roland.
Well, that explains why it's so misty outside. This is definitely terrain covered with extreme differences in height, which prevent the landing of any large aircraft. Looks like your guess is right, Shara. Yeah, well, it didn't seem to help us much in getting in here. But anyhow, we don't have time to be hanging around here. We need to subdue the Sky Bandits and ensure the safety of the hostages being held captive, and of course, your father, Cassius, too.
Right. Understood.
They just got random monsters roaming around. Okay. Just go all the way back up, so if you don't have the ring before you get to the top again, okay. That is good to know. Nothing there. Then I gotta check out a vacuum. Why not? Found a scorpion. Nice. Yeah, check one item. Like, make sure to still do it. The chest is already empty. A double dipper. Don't be such a double dipper. A double dog. Double toilet trouble dipper. The chest is empty. Makes you want to cry, doesn't it? Found jeweled ring. This chest is empty. How tragic. Okay, found the ring. The voices of some men can be heard. Sounds like some of the grunts. Should we rush the room? Okay, I guess we're gonna rush the room. Huh? Oh, you guys new around here?
like in your freaking dreams. Are these guys for real? But if you're not newer here, then who are you? What? Are you supposed to be intruders? Bingo! We're with the Bracer Guild. I think it'd be best if you surrender. Oh, forget that! We don't give up without a fight!
Let me show you the true essence of tough.
God damn. That was sick as hell. It went up in my book. There we go.
Are we done already?
Ugh. Right, now where are all the hostages? If you don't start talking, there are going to be some serious consequences involving a whip. You're not going to get hit by it. It's going up your ass. You do what you want with us.
That's awesome. Yeah, I wish. Well, it happens in the second game. I just gotta keep that in mind. It happens in the second game. There's gonna be stuff that I wish would have happened, but this was their first of this kind of RPG specifically. I imagine they just get better over time. I've heard some of them, some people think are a little bit more boring, but like as long as the mechanics stay good, I'm down to keep going.
You do what you want with us. We're not going to talk.
Oh, is that so? Let me handle this, Estelle.
Ah, sure. Guess I didn't warn you guys.
Ah! Honestly, I'm being quite gentle with you. Don't think for a second that you're allowed to pass out yet. But if you start talking, maybe I'll be kind enough to let you...
Yikes! They're down below. Some of our crew are guarding them.
Very good. Now, where are your leaders? Kyle and Shazette, right?
Forget it, lady. Do your worst. No one will tell you where they are.
So the hostages are one thing, but you're not going to sell at your bosses, huh? I guess there's only one thing left to do.
Whew! Torture. Ugh. Holy Stragus, sure is as unforgiving as ever.
This? No, I've been far more unforgiving. Any mouse gets to be thrilled to make your acquaintance, Shara. And my whip would be thrilled to make yours. Maybe some other time. It looks like the hostages are being held down below. Let's hurry.
Come on, chapter dose.
We're good to go.
Well, those enemies are giving good experience. Blacktier is so nice because, like, I just needed to heal everybody. Yeah, I haven't seen a vacuum. I love a cleric. There we go.
I don't have a clue what this place is.
I do love good heal spells. Estelle can be... Ooh, or she can just focus on defense.
It's way too big for these bands to have built. It seems pretty ancient.
It almost feels like a stronghold of some sort, and I agree. This place is pretty old. I wonder if people used hidden forts like this as hideouts back then. As far as I've heard, the turmoil following the Great Collapse continued on for several hundred years, so it doesn't seem that strange to me that something like this is still around.
Great collapse.
Collapse of the ancient Zemurian civilization which existed more than 1,200 years ago. It said that a huge natural catastrophe wiped them out.
Oh, you mean like Professor Alba said before?
I tell you what, though, for being a place this hard to find, someone's got some seriously bad taste in hideouts. Not to mention there are all sorts of monsters lurking around in here, too. I wonder if this is how all men like to live? Shara? So what kind of men are you hanging out with? Nice. Don't see a vacuum yet. Shit. What's wrong? God, it's so cold.
Take that.
We're good to go.
Hey, level 16. Oh, there's a vacuum.
What's this?
I'm guessing it's a normal vacuum. Looks like the newest model, so it's probably stolen.
Interesting. Huh? What's that? There's something stuffed inside.
Found a black notebook. A notebook?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. But what's something like this doing inside a vacuum?
It's probably something important. Let's hold on to it just in case.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, I'm gonna save it, then I have to go to bed. I was like, okay, I can beat this, but like, I don't want to fall asleep on stream because I think that that's a little, maybe not as embarrassing as that one guy who just immediately started masturbating. But I feel like if I was, I don't know. I feel like Switch would watch a sleep stream. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I know that people like to watch people sleep, so who knows? Alright, Lucis, but yeah, I'll finish the first chapter up, and then I'll officially be on to the second chapter. Woo. Good night. Yeah, that's crazy. That's the halfway